Fanyi Patrick Uba, he joins us live here in our Abuja studio. Thank you so much, Senator, for joining us.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. I'd like to let everyone know that Leonard, Senior Advocate of Nigeria, Mr. Femi Falana, will be live with him in a moment as much as we're able to clear things. Technically, he's live with us in Ikeja, Lagos, and he'll be giving us perspective on very important and critical legal issues. Well, let's get these out of the way. Senator Ifeanyi, thank you so much for joining us tonight.
Thank you very much.
Let me first and foremost, I mean, it's good to see you've not seen you in a while. You changed a bit too. Hope you're well.
Well, very well.
Thank you so much.
Strong and kicking.
Fantastic.
Maybe campaign and then a lot of things.
All right, great. How do you react to the APC's position tonight? They've made it known that they want Godswill Akpabio and they want Barau Jibrin, some of your colleagues, and they've said it's not only about zoning, but they've named names now.
Okay, I mean, we've received that information. We made a statement yesterday. We came out from a meeting of our caucus, and we made a statement. And we have also continued consulting. We are in the opposition party, and I think by consultation, we may be able to find a position that will be a win-win situation for each and every one of us. But for me, and for our people from the Southeast, we are still very strong, you know, contesting for the office of the Senate President of Nigeria, for the 10th Senate. That is our position till now. So maybe in the course of consultation, we will continue to update Nigerians of our position. But for today, for now, I'm still in this studio. The position of the Southeast Caucus is that we are going to contest for the Senate and Senate President of
against the position of the ruling APC.
That is our position for now.
Who are those running in the Southeast?
We have Ojo Zokalo, we have Osita Izunaso, and then we have another gentleman, Senator Patrick. You know, and then we are all trying to see how we can, come to present one candidate. And for now, we are still consulting. That is the position of the Southeast Caucus.
If you've heard some of the arguments and debates from members of the APC who said, look, you have to give it to those zones and part of the country that gave the APC their votes in the presidential election, perhaps the reason or the reason behind the zoning of the APC. What do you have to say to that?
Well, every vote matters. Without every part of Nigeria contributing to the voting content, we wouldn't have had the number of results we have. So we shouldn't. There's a lot of things in terms of trying to zone. You know, after the presidential election, I think equity demands that we'll sit down and then look at every region, because we are talking about Nigeria. Nigeria is not divided on who brings the vote and who doesn't bring the vote. And even those who have been accused, or if the way you have presented it, those who didn't bring the vote, are we not part of Nigeria?
But this is politics.
No, it is politics. But politics demand also that you need to look at the problems and the marginalizations and things people have been saying. And
why do you think that a Southeasterner should be Senate President?
Because the Southeasterner needs it. We need it in order to balance the equation.
I thought it was a presidency that the Igbo people wanted.
Yeah, we wanted the president, we didn't get the president, and we want to have the Senate president.
On what guy? Is it just because...
You see, we are coming from a zone that has been badly marginalized, and that is what every Nigerian knows today. Part of what you saw that happened during the presidential election is part of this agitation that people decided to show, you know. And I think if we call ourselves one nation, one people, then we should at least put the balance very well, you know, equate it so that every region will have a sense of belonging.
Because we're talking about the politics amongst 109 senators, 360 House of Representatives. This is just a little number compared to the interest of a larger 200 million people who will be coming to the interest of the Nigerian people, because we're just talking about presiding officers' role, but the average Nigerian will be asking, what does it benefit him or her? But before I get into that, I mean, if you look at the history of the National Assembly in this Fourth Republic, look at the from 1999, there is no single state in the Southeast that has not produced a Senate president. And if you look at it, they would say, just a moment, the politics of the National Assembly, again, after having the likes of Kenny Namani, Pius Ayim, Tubal Kadigbo, and the rest who have become Senate President, all the time that President Obasanjo was president, you had an Ike Ekweremadu who for 12 years, during the time of the former Senate President Saraki and his predecessor, he was the Deputy Senate President. So those who argue that the Igbo man has had his fair share in the leadership of the National Assembly. How do you react to that?
Well, people can say about things they don't understand. But if we go into the dynamics of their stay, the elongations, you will know that, yes, we have not really had. What was it? Did we have a very free tenure during these times we are talking about? The answer is no. Do you understand me? And we are talking about the present situation in this country, how we are going to balance the equation in this country and bring tranquility to the country. We are looking at the president coming from the southwest, and then the Senate deputy president coming from the northeast, and it demands that the Senate president should be given to the southeast, or should be zoned to the southeast, or fairly zoned it to the south. The only problem we are having is consultation. And even if there was a very robust consultation among the people from the south by the ruling party, we can now come, maybe we'll come, and then at the end of the day say, okay, we want to give it back to the south-south. But there was no consultation. It's like there's nothing you people can do.
Is that how you guys see it?
That's the way we find it.
That's how you have been treated?
There's nothing we can, there's nothing.
You are even being marginalized in the National Assembly. That's how you see it?
In the zoning by the ruling party, that is the way we are seeing it. You know, and not that we don't have human, I mean, Ojo Zokalo has competency, Osta Izunaso has competency, and they have all served in the ruling party in the very strong positions in the past. It's a former governor and then former organizing secretary of the ruling party. You know, they deserve to be given opportunity to be the Senate President of Nigeria. So they have also contributed their own quota towards building of the ruling party. Well, and so all of us in the opposition party, we are supporting the position of the Southeast.
The game is a game of the ruling party because they are in the majority, and the rule of the Senate says that you have to give it to them to be able to determine how it goes. But now that the APC had made its position known that they want Godswill Akpabio from the South-South, what is your next line of action?
The next line of action is for us to go back to the drawing board and then present it to our people, because this happened today. We'll present it to our people and then we'll take a position.
What kind of position will be acceptable to the Southeast senators?
Nothing is cast on stone. Every dialogue is very important. Consultation is very important in politics. I mean, if we are going without anything, then we need to ask ourselves, are we part of Nigeria? So let us have good consultation from the ruling party. If they think that we don't deserve to be the president of the Senate, then they then come and tell us what is for us.
As for the 4 presiding officer roles, 1 has gone to the Southeast. Is that enough to placate the Southeastern lawmakers?
Well, I think about some few minutes or few hours ago, we have almost half of the contestants of the House of Reps, you know, coming together, you know, trying to form an alliance on who will be. I don't think some of these things will be fair to us, those of us that have contested the election. You know how it is to get into to be voted in. But one of the things that is very important is you don't just enforce these things to people that are so independent, and we have our political parties, we have our stakeholders, we have people from our region that have sent us to National Assembly. You don't just come and enforce. There should be a consultation. We are all matured politicians in this country. There should be a proper consultation. You know, I think the ruling party did not get it right in just...
you think it's going to backfire?
I don't know.
A similar Saraki, Tambuwal scenario could play out?
Shehu, you won't get words from me, but I don't know.
If you are not happy, if you say you are not consulted...
The politics of the Senate is a different ballgame, honestly speaking. The politics of the Senate is a different ballgame. It needs proper consultation. And that is what I think the only...
Are you warning the APC about this?
Well, I have said it yesterday. I was in another television station. I said it. There should be a proper consultation. Now that they have made their position known to Nigerians, thank God we took our position before they made their statement. So we'll go back to the drawing board. And
Senator Fayumba, let me allow you to listen to one of your colleagues who is coming into the National Assembly from the Southeast. This is Senator Dave Umahi, who literally was conceding to the position of the party and that of Bola Tinubu. Take a listen to Senator Dave Umahi.
My brother came on consultation with me, but yesterday I saw the president-elect on his invitation, and he told me that he's already committed, and he said, please don't run. And I accepted, and I stepped down for my brother, Senator Babio. He's my consensus candidate.
Yeah, it's okay. Now, good. Okay, beside you is one of the...
Yeah, that's it. So I also stepped down for him as the deputy Senate president. So I stepped down to for two of them.
I've always said, Inshallah, the will of God will be done in Nigeria.
Thank you very much.
Senator Fayumba, how do you react to that?
Well, technically, when you listen to my brother, His Excellency Dave Umahi, he said that the candidate came to him. He said also that the president-elect invited him. That's two things. He came to him for consultation, and the president invited him. Now, the question is this. Have Godswill Akpabio come to the Southeast Caucus? I am aware he has seen the Southwest Caucus. Can you take it back to him and ask him if he had seen the Southeast Caucus?
If he consults with you without doubt,
has he been asked to come to, maybe on the invitation of the ruling party or in the invitation of the president-elect, and then please help me to achieve this. This is what I have also for you people. I mean, we came to the National Assembly from different platforms, and we shouldn't be treated like nobody. That is it. We shouldn't be treated like nobody. And it's becoming a decimal for people to always, abuse people of Southeast in this manner. That should stop.
What do you do about it?
Well, we can't say what we'll do, but we'll see the end of the game, how it will be.
I mean,
the most important thing, there's nothing, nobody's having anything against the president-elect. He's a nice gentleman. He's a good man. But in this, we don't know the politics that played that, gave room for this, because he shouldn't even be part of this in the first place. Even though, yes, he needs to have a good Senate that he will work with. But he shouldn't have come in so quick. And for my brother, His Excellency Dave Umahi, that just threw in, he gave a statement a day, and then after a day, he was consulted, and the people came to him, and the president called him, president-elect called him, and then he gave up. Okay, that's good. In politics, maybe they gave him the right words for him alone, but not for the people of Southeast.
Let me then ask you, some Nigerians, they are disenchanted by the manner, the conduct of the National Assembly generally, in what they think they get from the National Assembly in terms of representation, in terms of the benefits of governance to them. There are those who have even given a thumbs down for you people in the National Assembly, thinking that you have not done well by Nigerians, and in the interest of Nigerians is little or no concern to you people. The legislative agenda, the interest of Nigerians, do you people even consider it as ultimate and primary?
So, many people in the National Assembly have, the way they work, pattern they decide to choose to work for, the benefit and the interest of this country. So, if you ask me one simple question, and I'll ask you, go to National Assembly, go and ask today Nigeria economy, what I singly brought into the table. I raised the motion that gave birth to the Deep Offshore Act that is giving Nigerian government today 800 billion naira annually. and something that was petitions over 20 years ago. And I brought the motion, the records are there. And then I championed the bill between me and the Basi Aban. And today, Nigeria is benefit over 800 billion naira annually.
The optics out there is that the National Assembly members don't have the interest of Nigerians.
Excuse me, because if you say we are not contributing, and I'll tell you what I have contributed.
You need to be able to tell Nigerians.
And I will tell you that what I have done singly,
my
first year, nobody has done it in the last 20 years. But I'm not blowing horns. If it was, what do you call it, whistleblower. Do you know what's supposed to come to my constituency?
Let me give you an example.
That sent me to Abuja, and today I have given Nigeria 800 billion naira.
Senator, let me give you two examples. Just for a moment. Let me give you, these are the optics. Some Nigerians don't believe that their interests are being covered.
Senators are not meant to be talking, to be talking like people in the street, on the market.
But you are supposed to.
But I've just given you one, and then you can go back. Senator, it was not there, it was not there.
Let me ask you.
I came to the Senate, I brought the motion that gave birth to the bill. And today, Nigerian government is gaining over 800 billion naira annually from that bill. And nothing has been given to my constituency for sending me to Abuja to give that to Nigeria. Senator, you are saying that senators are not adding value?
Can I ask you
I am adding value. So everybody has the right to...
The issue of means and ways. Some Nigerians are sad about the manner in which the National Assembly just allowed the executive to have his way. Some Nigerians are also sad about the manner in which the CBN policies are being done. There are multiple exchange rates in this country. Working in the Senate, 109 members of yours in the Senate. What are you doing about that issue of insecurity in this country? If all of these issues are burning so much that you people feel as sad as Nigerians are, there should have been solutions, isn't it?
You see, Nigerians, yes, Nigerians are not feeling the pulse of things. They are not feeling happy about what's happening in the whole country. And then everybody is taking his own or her own share of those that are elected, those that are in the executive, even the judiciary. But one thing I want you to know is that you cannot come and condemn the entire National Assembly.
I'm asking you a question.
If you go to my constituency
about you and your colleagues,
if you go to my constituency,
the monies we pay you as salaries from the taxpayers' money. If you guys are really doing the job that they voted you to do there, that is a question.
If you go to my constituency today, they will tell you they are proud of what I'm doing, and that is why I have remained with Young Progressive Party. And then I came back with Young Progressive Party. I don't think you will find any Nigerian politician
as an opposition lawmaker
that can take such a risk.
Would you stand up in the 10th National Assembly to fight for the people?
Only elected officer in a political party for 4 years, and I stood with that party. And today, I have 2 House of Reps. We have 2 House of Reps, 1 senator, and about 13 House of Assembly in 4 years. So things are happening. It's about, decision is about style.
We just hope that
people are happy with what I am doing. Yeah. And I can only talk about myself.
Nigerians will be happy with your other colleagues. There are 109 of you. You are just one person. If you are talking about what you have done,
must come and speak
Nigerians
for I mean, that
who are paying your salaries and your allowances need to get the benefit of what they are paying for.
We are working also on the ways and means, and we shouldn't hang the executive. Nigeria must move. And then the records are there. Nigerians have the right to assess the documents and know what it is. But nobody should blame the National Assembly because we didn't allow this country to continue to run on a fire.
We'll hold you guys accountable. That is what Nigerians are expecting. If anybody is sending anybody to school to pay your school fees or paying your salary, your employers need the benefits of what they are paying for. And that's what Nigerians are asking for. Definitely. And we hope in the 10th National Assembly, you guys will fight for Nigerians and do good by Nigerians.
That's what they let them give South.
We will hold you guys accountable. I promise you. Thank you so much. Senator Ifeanyi Ubah, federal lawmaker representing Anambra State, in a precise reasoning in the Senate.
What do you mean by this? Nnewi is my hometown, but I'm representing Anambra South.
Anambra South. Thank you so much for joining us tonight of the YPP.
Thank you.
We take a